You want to know how I shot this for very little of this? Then stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to shoot an awesome music video with very little money. So let's get shooting. Welcome back, visionaries. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys behind the scenes of the awesome cover of Kelsea Ballerini's Homecoming Queen that I did with my friends Jesus P and Abi B. And I'm going to be showing you guys how I shot it, where we shot it, and some tips and tricks that I learned during this shoot that hopefully you can apply to your own projects. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Mike, and I'm a filmmaker and sometimes photographer. And on this channel, you'll find original short films, music videos, and you'll learn the art of filmmaking made simple. If that sounds like your kind of thing, then go down below, click the subscribe button, and click that tiny little bell icon so that way you don't miss a single episode of Valiant Visionary Studios. Also, leave a like and comment your thoughts down below because I love reading y'all's comments. Let's jump right into the video and let's get learning. Topic number 1, music. Now, before you get all crazy and start thinking of locations and backup dancers and where you want to shoot this thing, the first thing you're going to need to do is take a breath and get familiar with the music you're going to be working with. You can be working with an existing cover of an already written song, or you can be having to work with an original song written by an artist. In either case, what you're going to want to do first is get familiar with the song. And I mean get really familiar with it. Listen to it a bunch of times, learn what the song is about and the story it's trying to tell. Once you do that, and you have a good grasp on the flow of the song, the timing, the beat, and the kind of story that the song is trying to tell through the music, then you can really get an idea of what kind of video you want to shoot visually, and you get an idea of what kind of story you want to tell on screen. It helps a lot to do this in the beginning because I'm telling you, from experience, there's nothing worse than going into a music video shoot unprepared and really not being, all that knowledgeable about the song. Believe me, don't do that. To really illustrate the importance of getting familiar with your music, I'm going to take you guys through the process of creating the final track for the music video and how we arranged our cover. So we started with a background instrumental that we needed to lay Abby's vocals over. We got a small space where we could record that thankfully was already soundproofed. That made my job as the director and the recording guy all that much simpler. And the thing is with Abby, she's immensely talented and naturally gifted. However, it was her first time doing anything of this sort, so she was a little nervous. And if you're gonna be working with vocal talents and musicians and that sort of stuff, you're gonna either get experienced vocalists, musicians who've been around the block and they've got a lot of seasoning under their belt, and you're gonna have fairly inexperienced artists who also have not done much of music videos and the like. Knowing how to approach both is key to not only shooting a good music video, but it's also key to recording a really good track. So when we got recording, I did my best to make Abby feel at home and to make her relaxed and help her understand that this was for fun. And the whole recording process was not as scary as it seemed. Getting your talent to relax before, a vocal take, or if you're doing voiceover, or if you're, on set with actual actors, it really helps to have them relaxed, because if they're tense or if they're stressed in any way, then it's gonna translate into the performance, and you don't want that. That leads me into the next part, locations. Topic number 2, location, location, location. When you're trying to pick a location for your music video, you can choose between indoor and outdoor locations. But keep in mind that each location type has a certain set of pros and cons that are associated with each that you'll need to keep in mind before you shoot and when you shoot, so you can avoid a variety of pitfalls. When it comes to indoor sets, in my experience, it's much easier to control light, and it's much easier to get the look you want indoors rather than outdoors, because you can more easily control the light with certain tools at your disposal. You also have better access to power so you don't have to worry about changing batteries all the time. And it's just a lot more comfortable to shoot in because, you know, you can get access to AC, fans, that sort of thing. But it depends on where you're shooting, but sometimes indoor locations can have a lack of variety when it comes to shot types and areas that you can shoot in, and it can really sort of hamper what you're trying to do with your music video. So keep that in mind. Outdoor locations, on the other hand, are great for shot variety, and you can get a large amount of shots and different types of shots on an outdoor location. But the drawback is that you have to deal with weather, changing lighting conditions, and sometimes they're a little bit harder to get permission to shoot on than an indoor location. With an outdoor location, sometimes you can really make it work really well. And even with an indoor location, it just depends on how creative you are and how creative you get with your shots. When we shot Homecoming Queen, we shot at the beautiful Tharp Farms, which is about 20 minutes north of where I'm at. And it was a real treat to shoot there. We had gorgeous willow trees, all these beautiful rose bushes, and awesome trees, and it was just a real blast to shoot at. And we got a large amount of shots that ended up in the music video. It was really great because if I looked hard enough, I could find all these different setups that would look awesome on camera. You can do the same, whether you're shooting on an indoor set or an outdoor set. Doesn't matter what you're working with. If you're creative enough, you can do some really awesome shots with very little. Topic number 3, working with talent. Now, whether you're working with novice talent or experienced talent, how you approach working with them is going to have a dramatic effect on your finished project. Now, experienced talent, of course, you don't have to coach as much, and you really don't have to give as much direction, and you usually don't have to really explain a whole lot of things because with experienced talent, they've done this kind of thing before, and it's easier for them to really give a solid performance. However, with novice talent, as in Abby's case, she had never done a music video like this before, so she was coming into it completely blind and really didn't know the process. I sat down with her and explained how we were going to be shooting, what the process is like, how long it usually takes, and what it was going to be like for her and Jesus on the day of shooting, so that way she could just focus on performing and not worry about any of the other stuff. And it really helped her performance in the end. So guys, if you're working with novice talent, just take a few minutes to really answer their questions and help them feel at ease about the whole shooting process, because it makes a huge difference and it helps sharpen your skills as a director. Now, whether you're shooting by yourself or whether you're shooting with a crew, believe me when I say this, focus is your friend. Now, it can be very easy when you're shooting a film project of any sort to have all sorts of crazy distractions that want to grab your attention. But one of the key things you need to learn is focusing on what's important. And when you're shooting something, it's what's within that frame. What's within that frame is the most important thing while that little red light is going. Focus on that. Your shot will not only turn out better, but you'll save some of your sanity too. In addition, not only having a plan, but having the focused determination to carry out that plan on the day of shooting will make a huge difference in the long run. So remember, stay focused and work hard. Topic number 4. Gear. Let's talk about a few essentials you're going to need on the day of the shoot. Very obviously, you're going to need a camera. It doesn't matter if you're shooting on a Canon like me, a Nikon, a Sony, a potato. Regardless, you're going to need something to record your final image on that day. You're also going to need one of these suckers. Now, a tripod is going to come in really handy for shooting really nice panning shots, and it's going to give a lot of stability to your shots. Plus, you can use them in a variety of other ways that will actually help your video a whole lot. I'll make a video about that very soon. So, don't forget, tripod, necessity, you need it. Next, you're going to need something to actually play your song on set. Now, sure, you can try and play it on your iPhone, but the speaker is just going to be so quiet, it's going to be ridiculous. So you're going to need a beast of a speaker. Now, I got this little guy for, dirt cheap. I think it was like 25 bucks. But this speaker has proved to be a real boon as far as production. And we used it on the set of Homecoming Queen, and it produced stellar sound, and it was really, really good. So I would recommend something like a Bluetooth speaker like this to, play the song through your phone or your laptop or whatever, and it will provide really good sound so that everyone can hear it and your camera can pick it up. So that way it makes post syncing a whole lot easier. The last thing you're gonna need is what I'm using right now, lights. Now, whether you're shooting outdoors or indoors, sometimes you're gonna need lights. You're gonna just need them. It's like a fact of life. If you're a filmmaker, you need lights. Even if you're shooting outdoors and you don't actually need the lights like we did, it always helps to have them on hand just in case, because you never know when you're gonna need a light, and it always pays to have one on hand. That is gonna do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys learned some awesome tips and tricks, and I hope you guys really take these tips into your own music videos and your own projects. Don't forget to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe. Click the little bell icon to join the Visionaries. I'll see you guys in the very next video. Happy shooting.